Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking on a massive topic, one of the most transformative and, let's be honest, heavily debated things out there right now, artificial intelligence. But don't worry, we are absolutely stripping away the dense computer science jargon. Instead, we're going to use everyday household stuff to build a rock-solid understanding of what AI actually is and how it ticks. Let's get right into it.
You know, for decades, whenever you heard the phrase artificial intelligence, it instantly brought up these wild Hollywood sci-fi scenes, right? Rogue robots, massive spaceships, glowing neon cities. But is AI really just a sci-fi movie trope? The truth is, it's already reality. It's literally sitting in your pocket right now, scanning your face to unlock your phone. It's in the cars driving down your street, and it's powering the apps you use every single day. That crazy future sci-fi promised us, it's quietly running right now, just operating in the background of our daily lives.
Okay, let's dive into this. At its very core, what is artificial intelligence? Well, it refers to computer systems designed to perform tasks that would normally require, you guessed it, human intelligence. We're talking about systems that can understand when you speak to them, recognize complex images, or solve really tough problems. And here's the crucial part. It's not just some fancy, glorified calculator. It's a system designed to look at a situation, learn from it, and actually adapt for next time. Imagine a machine that doesn't just blindly do what it's told, but gets a little bit better at its job with every single attempt. That is the true essence of AI.
To really wrap our heads around this, let's look at the difference between traditional computing and AI through a super simple household lens: baking. Traditional software, it's exactly like following a strict, unchangeable recipe. A programmer writes down the rules, add 2 cups of flour, bake it 350 degrees. And the computer follows that exact recipe every single time. No improvising whatsoever. But AI is like a master baker. Instead of needing a rigid, step-by-step recipe, an AI studies thousands and thousands of different cakes to figure out the universal rules of baking on its own. It learns straight from the data, rather than waiting for a human to write down every tiny step.
And that brings us to the very heart of modern AI, machine learning. This is the branch of AI where computers literally learn patterns from data without being explicitly programmed with all the rules. Okay, imagine trying to teach a computer what a cat looks like. Instead of typing out thousands of lines of code defining pointy ears, whiskers, and a tail, you just hand the computer a massive, chaotic box of millions of unlabeled family photos. Some have cats, some don't. By quickly sorting through that giant pile, the computer naturally spots the visual patterns itself. It figures out what makes a cat just by looking at tons of examples.
Now take that concept, stack it up, and you get deep learning. And this brilliantly illustrates how advanced machine learning works, using what we call neural networks. These are artificial processing layers directly inspired by the human brain. Think about it like a really intricate home security system. Layer 1 may be your front door camera, detects a vague shape. It passes that info to Layer 2, your hallway sensor, which notices the shape has 4 legs. Then Layer 3, the living room camera, picks up on fur. By the time that data moves through all those layers, the system confidently sends a notification to your phone, hey, the dog is on the couch again. That layered, step-by-step processing, that's the exact magic powering stuff like voice assistants and self-driving cars.
So the really crucial thing here is understanding how this learning actually happens. It comes down to 3 steps: collect data, analyze, and predict. It's actually exactly like learning to ride a bicycle. First, you hop on the bike, you're collecting data about your balance. Second, you start pedaling and realize, uh-oh, I'm leaning way too far to the left. You're analyzing the pattern. Third, you turn the handlebars to the right to predict and adjust. If you fall, you just tweak your strategy for the next attempt. AI does this exact same trial and error process. The only difference is it repeats these steps millions of times in mere fractions of a second until its accuracy is mathematically flawless. Because it can repeat that process so incredibly fast, AI is already deeply embedded in our routines. Think about it. When Netflix magically knows exactly what you want to binge watch next, that's AI. When Google Maps instantly reroutes you around a massive traffic jam, AI. Face ID unlocking your phone, those eerily accurate product suggestions when you're online shopping, or even those incredible tools scanning X-rays in hospitals to detect diseases way earlier than humanly possible. From chilling on your living room couch to saving lives in modern medical wards, it is constantly operating behind the scenes.
Which brings us to arguably the biggest breakthrough of the last few years: generative AI. While older systems were great at analyzing existing information, generative AI creates entirely new content from scratch. We're talking original articles, highly realistic images, even new music. Think of it like bringing a master chef into your kitchen. Traditional AI, It just looks in your pantry and lists out the ingredients you have. But generative AI looks at those exact same basic staples and invents a completely original 5-star dish you've literally never tasted before. Systems like AI chatbots and image generators have been trained on so much text and art that they can whip up incredibly human-like, totally original responses on the fly. Now, seeing a machine invent a brand new recipe, write a heartfelt poem, or create a stunning painting naturally brings up a pretty major anxiety for a lot of people. It begs the question, can AI actually think and feel like humans? Like, if it can chat with us and create art, does it possess a soul? Does it have true consciousness? Let's clear this up right now. Well, not exactly. Welcome to the reality of narrow AI. Current AI systems, as amazing as they are entirely devoid of true feelings, emotions, or consciousness. There's no self-awareness in there. They are simply highly advanced pattern recognition engines. When a chatbot tells you, "I'm so happy to help you today," it isn't actually feeling joy, right? It just learned from massive amounts of human data that the word happy mathematically belongs in that sentence. Today's AI is incredibly brilliant at specific narrow tasks, but it completely lacks what we call artificial general intelligence, meaning it absolutely cannot think broadly or feel the way you and I do.
But look, lacking human feelings definitely doesn't limit its sheer power. The momentum we are seeing with this tech right now is just staggering. AI is automating the boring, mind-numbing, repetitive work that nobody really wants to do. It's aiding doctors in making life-saving medical diagnoses. It's fundamentally improving global logistics, and it can analyze billions of data points in literal seconds. It is a massive productivity booster for businesses of all sizes, and it's supercharging scientific research. We are truly just scratching the surface of what these tools can achieve for humanity.
However, we have to sincerely acknowledge the very valid risks and challenges that come with this level of power. Automation is inevitably going to force massive workforce transitions. Deepfake technology is already accelerating online misinformation, and privacy concerns are huge right now because these systems require just massive amounts of our personal data to learn. Navigating all of this, it's kind of like bringing a highly advanced industrial power tool into your basic household workshop. I mean, it can build amazing things for sure, but without the right safety guards in place, it can cause some severe damage. And that is exactly why governments globally are actively sitting down to debate ethical regulations, trying to figure out how to manage these hurdles responsibly.
Ultimately, the big takeaway here is clear. AI is no longer some futuristic concept locked away in a high-tech research lab. It's a practical, everyday tool, and it's going to be fundamentally woven into the very fabric of our future, actively helping us solve incredibly complex, global problems across healthcare, education, and the environment. So I'm going to leave you with a final thought to really ponder. As artificial intelligence continues to rapidly evolve and integrate into literally everything we do, will it ultimately be remembered as humanity's greatest invention or our greatest challenge? Honestly, it all depends on how responsibly we choose to guide it. I'd love to hear where you stand on this, so drop your thoughts below, and hey, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.